What's up, you guys? It's Diamond here. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys everything that you need to know about my disability and my disability story. I was born with spina bifida. Spina bifida means that before I was born, my spine did not develop correctly and I cannot walk. There are three types of spina bifida. Spina bifida occulta, spina bifida meningocele, and spina bifida myelomeningocele. Spina bifida myelomeningocele is the type of spina bifida that I have. Spina bifida myelomeningocele is a severe form of spina bifida in which the spinal cord and nerves develop outside of the body and are contained in a fluid-filled sac that is visible outside of the back area, resulting in partial or complete immobility of the lower parts of the body, which leads to loss of muscle usage in the lower parts of the body, the legs. My mother had a normal pregnancy with me, and the doctors did not know that I would be born with spina bifida, so when I was born, it was a complete surprise to everyone. Spina bifida can be found in three different ways depending on the type of spina bifida. 1, a blood test, 2, an ultrasound, and 3, a test called amniocentesis. So the hospital that I was born at did not have the doctors that I needed to care for me, and they contacted Children's Memorial here in Chicago, and they sent an ambulance with nurses aboard to transfer me from one hospital to Children's Hospital. And once I was at Children's Hospital, I had the surgery that I needed to close my back. And after having surgery, I stayed in the hospital for a month after I was born. When the doctors were speaking with my parents about my disability, they told them that there were things that I would not be able to do, like hold my own head up, sit up, and learn how to crawl, and that I will have a learning disability. But once my parents got me home, they soon realized that the things that the doctors said were not going to be true. I learned how to hold my head up, I learned how to sit up, and I also learned how to crawl, and I do not have a learning disability. There has not been a cure found for spina bifida, but folic acid has been something that has been linked to spina bifida when a woman is pregnant and she is not getting enough folic acid in her diet. Even though spina bifida is not curable, there are treatments for spina bifida, like surgery, depending on the different types of spina bifida. Along with spina bifida comes other medical conditions that I also was born with. One being hydrocephalus. Hydrocephalus is when there is extra spinal fluid on the brain. To correct this problem, at 6 months I had a surgery where the doctors inserted a shot that goes from my head to a little bit above my belly button. You guys can see it here. This is what the shot looks like. And what this shot does, it regulates the buildup of spinal fluid on my brain, and my body uses the extra fluid in a different way so that the extra spinal fluid does not build up on my brain. Scoliosis is another medical condition that I also have. Scoliosis is a sideways curvature of the spine. Children who have mild scoliosis is monitored closely with x-ray to see if the curvature is improving or not. Growing up with scoliosis, I also had to wear a body brace to help improve the scoliosis so that it will not get worse, and thankfully it did improve. Clubfoot is another medical condition that I also was born with. Clubfoot is when the foot is twisted out of shape or position. I also had surgery to correct this problem, and it was successful. And from then on, I had to, of course, wear braces so that my feet can stay in the normal position and not revert to that clubfoot position. In the house that I grew up in, it had 2 flights of stairs, so I crawled most of the time to get around. I could be carried, but I like to crawl, so I got around by crawling, and I could only really use my wheelchair in the living room, or I could use my braces to get around. But of course, as a kid, I did not like to use my braces, so I would crawl, and crawling was fun for me because I was fast. As a kid, I also loved to play outside, and like other kids, I wanted to learn how to ride a bike. But of course, being disabled, I couldn't learn like other kids, and fortunately, my parents came across a bike by Fisher-Price that came with a push handle so that my parents could push me around, and it also came with a footrest so that I could rest my feet while I was being pushed around. And one day I decided to teach myself how to ride this bike because I didn't want to be pushed around anymore. And one day I tried to use my hands to pedal instead of my feet, and it worked. And that's how I taught myself how to ride my bike. I would use my hands to pedal while resting my feet on the footrest, and I would just go, and I would be so fast, and my parents thought that I would hurt myself, and of course I would get scrapes and cuts, but nothing never too serious. And I loved that bike so much, and I just enjoyed going and being free. But my mom only allowed me to go from corner to corner where she could see me, and I just had fun riding my bike just like other kids. My family has always been an active family, and they love doing different activities together. One of those activities was bowling. We would go bowling all the time, but I would just sit there and just watch everybody else play and eat candy. Since I was young, I did not understand that I was disabled, and that was the reason why I couldn't play, and that was never really on my mind. But they decided, since I could not play, that they didn't want to do anything that I could not be involved in. So they found other activities that we can do as a family, and I would not be excluded. Fishing was another activity my family loved to do, but I was very young, so I couldn't really fish. But one day when we were fishing, I decided that I was going to fish and make my own fishing pole. So I took a stick and some extra fishing string with a hook, and I tied the string to the stick, and I placed it in the water, and luckily I caught a fish. It was so crazy, and my family was very surprised that I even caught a fish, and how I made my own fishing pole, and that was one of the best fishing trips that we had. So you guys, being born with Spina Bifida has definitely had its challenges, its ups and its downs, but it has not been anything that I could not get through. Spina Bifida does not stop me from living my life. It does not get in the way of anything that I want to do in life, and Spina Bifida for me just means to live my life in a different way. But that's in this video. If you guys liked this video, don't forget to give me a big thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button along with the post notifications so you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. And if you are somebody with Spina Bifida, or if you know anybody with Spina Bifida, let me know down below. And I'll see you guys in my next video.